if you're a parent, just listen to this for a minute, might help you. Or if you have anxiety and you don't know why you have anxiety, this might make sense to you. It's actually quite informative for a change. Right, you could be the best parent in the world and do the best for your child and make sure they're super safe and the whole lot. But the thing is, there's a thing called generational trauma, right? And what happens is basically something happened to you in your life, whatever it may be, and you're overcompensating, unknowns yourself, overcompensating to make sure your child doesn't go down that route, or that doesn't happen to your child, and you're being super safe. And you're dealing with your own anxieties from whatever. But like when you're in a house with a child, they're absorbing anxiety from you, and they're learning from you, like the way you act and the way you're protecting them. And they're getting the anxiety from you, and they don't know what it is. They think it's theirs. And this is called generational trauma. And this could go back 2 generations, 3 generations. So you're doing your best, and you think you're doing brilliantly, and unaware you're passing on your traumas to your child. I've been through this, right? And quite honest, hands up, before I went to the bloody no house, I probably done this to my own kids, and I really done it by helping them out. But I'm teaching them and learning, because when I went to the no house, I learned about all this stuff, and it actually taught me and actually helped me be a better parent. And it's one of the reasons I kind of really worked on my recovery. It wasn't for myself, because quite honestly, I didn't really care. But what I wanted to do was break that cycle and not pass it on to my kids. And what could happen is, this could be you I'm talking about, but what could happen to one of your kids is later on in life they're suffering from bloody anxiety and everything from a trauma that they never experienced. They're just getting the aftermath of it from the way you react to situations and the way you try to protect them. And they go to therapy, and the therapist there, probably, unless you get a really, really good one, might be looking at them and going, geez, I had you a bad childhood. And they'll be like, no, I had a brilliant childhood. My mother was brilliant, my father was brilliant, I was brilliant. And they can never figure out what the trauma was. And they'll dig and dig and dig, and it could go on for bloody years. And that person, your child, what you have passed on, they could never figure out what the hell it was, because you were a really good parent. And the scene is a good parent, but they didn't see on what went on underneath the scenes where trauma was being passed on to them. This is actually a real bloody thing. And unless you get a really, really, really good therapist who'll actually go, hold on a second, you're constantly anxious, you've no reason to be anxious, you've no suppressed memories, and go, let's get a family history. Was your mother or father from an abusive household? Was your grandmother? And pass on. It happens a lot to people from war-torn countries. So if you are suffering from anxiety or something like that, and you can't figure out where the hell it's come from, maybe just ask politely about your family history and see is it generational trauma. Look it up. It's actually very interesting. What else is? And if you're a parent and you went through trauma yourself as a child, really, really think about the way you act around your child. Are you anxious? Are you passing on to them? Because like if you're sitting in a room with someone that's really, really anxious, you can feel it, and a child won't be able to differentiate between that's theirs and that's mine. I learned this the hard way. I hope this helps someone. So if you like the video and that, gives it now a follow. A lot of people for some reason don't follow, they just watch me stuff or share it out there, because I think it's actually, it might help someone. It might be the little piece of the puzzle that they're trying to put together, and you might become a better parent out of it, even though you could be the best parent in the world as it is. But every little thing helps, especially when it comes to a young little mind like that. But yeah, that's it for today.